This is the easy way to start saying no in your relationship. If you are someone that is very others oriented, you really resonate with messages about putting others first and kindness and all this stuff. What you are not going to be very good at is saying no. And it is on your parents and other supportive people in your life to help you do that. But if they don't do that, what's going to happen is as an adult, you're going to grow up and you're not going to be able to say no, and you're not going to know how to deal with the anger that comes with that. So here's the easy way to do it. It is one, to start being fixed in your emotions, your needs, and your desires. What do I mean by being fixed? This is an example. Say in your sexual relationship with your partner, you have always put their needs first. When you haven't been feeling it, you do it anyway. When y'all are in a fight, when y'all are not connected and they still want to do it, you do it anyway. When you know yourself and when you listen to your intuition, you need your emotional needs met to do that enthusiastically. So the way to start saying no, aka having boundaries, is just to say, I need emotional connection to feel enthusiastic about that. And they're gonna, whatever, they're not gonna like it, whatever they're gonna do, stay fixed in that. That is what I need. No explaining, no showing them these Instagrams, no showing them these TikToks, just being firm in what you need. Number one, I'm a practitioner. I teach what actually works with people from what I've seen. This is what works. Also, if you're hearing this and you're getting the message like, oh my gosh, this is my fault that my relationship is failing or that we're not connected, I just want to reemphasize, it is absolutely not. They are being selfish assholes. You are right. But you are the one that is here right now. That's why I'm telling you this. And that's the problem, is that they're not here. And you need to create an environment in the relationship where they come. And you do that by being firm with what you need, what you feel, and what you want. I really want to be connected. That is my desire. I want to be connected. I also want my needs met. That is your desire. That is fixed. That is fixed. When you say, I need this to get there, I need emotional connection, that is fixed. And then when you say, I don't feel connected when this, and this happens, that is also fixed. Here's an example. And this is not in the marital relationship, but it's going to give you an illustration of how to do this happily and in a fun way. I went to a car dealership and I was like, oh God, car salesmen, they're going to get me. I'm scared I'm going to be like swayed. They're going to sell me on something. They're going to rip me off. And so before I go, I'm like, okay, what do I actually need? I need the payments to be under this a month. I need a reliable car, and I need my trade-in, my car, to be worth this much, or basically what I'm like, what I can control, what I need is the payments to be under this amount of time. That's all I really care about when it comes to payments. So I go in there and the car salesman, like shocker, is a total about himself, tries to sell me stuff, tries to tell me that the car that I'm trading in, like at best could be sold for parts and like it's worth nothing. I knew they were going to do that. And so I actually had a blast in this whole interaction because I was like, that's crazy. I still need it to be under this amount. And what ended up happening, I had a great time. I actually did not end up buying a car there because this guy was a loser and that it didn't feel good to me and my emotions are fixed. And coincidentally, there was a Toyota dealership across the street. And there was actually a car that I was super excited about. And the guy was so willing to work with me on what I needed. I didn't really care what he needed. I was like, I don't care about this guy's quota. I don't care. I'm not going to empathize and project and put myself in his shoes about what he needs here. And I'm going to do all this emotional and mental work. This is what I need. I need a reliable car. I know the type I want. And that's also fixed. And I'm not saying no. I'm not having boundaries. I'm not putting all that pressure on myself. All I'm worried about is my own needs and my own desires. And I'm going to gauge that, and I want to have also a good experience buying a car. That is fixed. That is a non-negotiable for me. And so when I'm coming from that place of my own need, they're going to do all the work to go around me or else it's not going to work. And so I went to another dealership where it worked. So that is the premise. This is so easy. It's so not stressful when you just talk about what you need. And you probably already do this well in other situations, but you're allowed to do this in your relationship. Just be firm about what you need. You're made a certain way for a reason. These things are fixed. Your partner is not you. You have different needs, different wants, different everything. Be firm in that and watch what comes.